Hey y'all, it's me Kaylin with Kay's Crochet Haven. Today is Thursday, September 8th. I'm going to work on my Stranger Summer Make Along project. I think I'm going to sew these ends in first because I haven't sewn in the ends in a while. So, let me find my. There it is. I know I found it. Yeah, I haven't sewn ends in a while. So as you come in, let me know what you're working on, what you got on your hook. Find myself. Turn it down so we don't have an echo. Okay. Sewing in tails is not fun for me, but I've been doing it as a go, except on this blanket apparently. But it's okay. I'm doing it now. Might be too hot to sit here and work on this blanket. Coco being loud with her drinking. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Doesn't look like anybody's here anyways, so. You make a lot of noise drinking that water, Coco. She said, I don't care. Anybody else participating in the Stranger Summer Make Along by Heather the Crochet Witch? Anyone here yet? Nope. Is someone else live? No, I don't see anybody. Just wondering. And that's where I'm working at, so I can't sew that one in. Flip it over. Sew these ones in real fast. I only have this row and 2 more rows to work on. Well, straps, I should say, not rows. Because I have to do 6 rows of the red, and then I need to do 5 rows of white, and then finish off with I don't know how many rows of black because I can't tell in the picture. So I'm almost done with it. Almost done with it. Today is Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday, September 8th. Okay. Nobody's showing up. Hush, Coco. 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 She got to bark because the dogs outside are barking. And they bark because anything and everything going down the road. Where'd it go? Or anything and everything in the yard. They bark. Hush, Coco. Well, I'm going to give it a few more minutes. If no one comes in, I'm getting off. Okay, I got all the ends sewn in. I already ate breakfast too, so that's a good thing. This is it so far. See, the big red is in the middle. Got that much done. And like I said, I got to do 6 rows of the red here, and then 5 rows of white, and then finish it off in black. It's just a big old granny square is all it is. That's all it is, a big old granny square. Granny squares are easy to work on. And they're easy to practice without looking. Practice your don't look while you crochet. That's what I learned on anyway. Of course, the granny square was the first thing I ever learned to do, and it was the only thing I'd done for a long time. So I got to where I didn't have to look at a granny square whenever I was crocheting it. Just every now and then I'll look down to make sure that I have 3 in each one. Because I have done a granny square. I'm just sitting there crocheting away, and then I see that I only have 2, like 5 rows down, and I'm like, "No, you can't do that to me." Like, why couldn't I have noticed that before? So every so often, I will look down and make sure that I have 3. So what's everybody else working on? Anybody working on anything exciting? Have you finished anything exciting? Because I finished the Turbulent Sky cowl by Spring the Fiber Enthusiast. She had a crochet along. I finished that quite a few days ago. I was gonna do a Sunday video, but didn't get a chance, and I was gonna do it all these other days, but it's no time for recording at the moment. Good morning, Sandrine. I was listening to y'all last night. I fell asleep listening to y'all last night. How long did y'all stay on? Did y'all use up Sunita's 7 hours? Hey, Granny D, how are you? I probably shouldn't be working on this blanket, but I need to get it done by the end of this month. So that's what I'm working on. Just woke up. I think I'm okay. I heard that, Granny D. And I got up at. I think I let the first alarm. I turned it off, and then when the second alarm, I was like, okay, I've got to get up. So I got up. Hey, Mrs. C. I scrolled down to leave a comment and discovered this was alive. That's funny. I was sitting here thinking that I came live on the wrong day. I do that sometimes, forget what day it is. Hey, Michelle, good morning. How are y'all doing? What y'all working on and what you got in the cup? I'm okay. I'm a little tired though. I cut grass yesterday, and we've got some spots that are really, really thick and grown up because we used to have somebody bush hog for us, but they're too old now. Waiting on a gal to call me about meeting her at the clinic where I've been getting my legs wrapped so I can measure, so she can measure for a new compression house. Oh, okay. Well, good luck with that. I hope she hurries her little call for you. I'm working on the. Yes, that's beautiful. I just finished one. I was thinking about making another one. It takes me so long, but it's so beautiful. I'm determined to finish it. Yes, yes, yes. I just woke up too. I have to catch. I have a catch in my back. Oh, and an earache. And Aiden, bad, but my great nephew. Oh, that's my son's name, spelled the same way. That's awesome. I hear you talk about him, but a lot of people don't spell it with a Y. So happy for you, Granny D. They make a difference, yes. Well, we used to have somebody come and bush hog, but his age has caught up to him, so he hasn't done it in quite some time. So just been here every time we cut the grass, we'll cut a little down each time, because snakes will get in that. I only mention that in case you call soon. Oh, okay. That's fine, Granny D. I understand. We all have lives. Nobody has time to sit on YouTube all day. It's fun to try and do that, but I know I can't. Well, Janie, and I hope your back gets to feeling better. I had a catch in underneath my shoulder blade the other day. Every time I lifted this shoulder or moved, it just and back pains and shoulder pains ain't good. Yes, this catch. Oh, I know it. Especially if you get one in like the middle of your back. Every time you take a step, it feels like your back is going to just snap in half. And sometimes it'll hurt so bad that you can't even lay down to try and stretch it out. I have sciatica that runs down my used to run down my left leg, but here lately it runs down my right leg. And oh my goodness, there's some days it hurts to stand, it hurts to sit, hurts to do anything. Oh, it's really hot in here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work on this blanket. I was gonna work on squares for my temperature blanket, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I've got something else that I'm making, which this is an order. And the reason I'm not working on that while we talk is because it's got a lot of counting to do, but I need to sew these two pieces together and then finish another piece that looks just like it. I'm trying to hold it where it's not bendy. It's bendy. It's supposed to be a music note. And then I'm gonna make another and I'm gonna stuff it. But that's what I was working on. I was gonna, like I said, gonna work on that, but I can't count and talk at the same time, so I'm not working on that. I did finish another one of these, and I put the name on the on the back. This is the back. I'm not showing the front because it is the school name. So, and then I made this volleyball and put the name on there and her number. So I've been working on stuffies. I'm trying to get there on the amigurumi stuff. So I've done that and got to finish this. And then I'll be done with those. And I was trying to make, I guess I was going to try and make it small, but I'll tell you something. If you don't have enough room to put any stuff in whatsoever, you're not going to get stuff in whatever you want the stuff in. Plain and simple. Just so y'all know. Because I made the two pieces on this and I was starting to sew it together. And these pieces right here, you can't get nothing in there. I was using a pencil and it was just stretching it out, and all you could see was the stuffing in the middle. So I stopped that and started to make it bigger. I want to I want to get to a point where I'm okay with sewing crochet together to make a stuffy because I have had a cousin ask me about making a teddy bear, and I'm like, just don't know how I feel about all the body parts to make animals or anything else like that. I see it and it's pretty. I like looking at other people's amigurumis and I'm thinking, oh, that would be so cool if I could make that. And I'm pretty sure I can. It's just the getting over the not wanting to sew crochet together to make body parts for amigurumi. Do y'all like to make amigurumi, or do y'all make amigurumi every so often, or anything like that? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Do y'all have a preference on what y'all like to crochet? I know some people like to make blankets, and blankets only. I only make blankets if it's a part of a crochet along. I'm the same way about sewing or seaming anything that needs a lot of. I need lots more practice, but I don't really ever want to. I heard that. Hey, Cindy, how are you this morning? We're talking amigurumi stuff. I don't know if it's the little parts. I don't do animals. I like making those chemo durags and shawls. Yes, I like shawls. I make all the parts, and then they sit there. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the little parts, or something like that. Because when I was sewing, because I sewed this with my yarn needle. I mean, you know, a tapestry needle, whatever you want to call it. When I sewed this together, it was fine, but it wasn't little tiny parts. So maybe it's that. I don't know. Don't know. Maybe it's just that thought of the little parts or whatever. Or maybe it's just so many parts. But see, the way I did that was I would do a square and then sew it. Do a square, then sew it. Do a square, then sew it. So I wasn't sitting there with a whole bunch of parts feeling overwhelmed. I don't know. I just know that doing these, I've been using this. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, it's over here with this. I've been using it's a 4, it's a G. And it makes my thumb hurt right here because I guess because I'm squeezing it because it's so little. Even with this on it, it's still kind of little. See, excuse me. I'm testing for Anita, so I have to put this one together. I love the way Kayla hot glues hers. Yes. I'm just worried about the parts coming off if the kid plays with them. Yeah. I live at Mrs. C's cottage, home of the Sun Bunny. So I make sun bunnies. I also do preemie blankets and shawls for sharing and other things. Okay, cool. I've seen your sun bunny. And Jeanette showed us. We were talking one night and she showed us in the group chat we were in. I don't know. Maybe I should just try it. I need to see it. Need to see what? The sun bunny? I mean, I found some patterns while looking for stuff. Oh yes, AJ. Did she? Oh, she loved it. She didn't just like it; she loved it. Yes. My throat's bothering me this morning. It's a good thing the AC is on because this blanket is very warm. I need to get it done. I only have today's the 8th. 14 more days. I have 2 weeks to finish this. Oh my goodness, gotta work on it. I'm so glad they each come out different, and I think each one their own personality. More than likely, yes. Yay, she called, and I don't have to meet her until 11. That's awesome. And I'm only 15 ish minutes from the clinic. So, yeah, that's awesome. I said earlier that I ate, so no food talk would come up, but I guess sitting here talking is using energy because my stomach is feeling like it wants to growl. I like the no so yes, but I only get so far in those and get stuck too. I found a really where'd it go? Oh, it sat here for the longest time. I don't know what happened to it. Well, these things, the no so Amy's have this on the outside. I've been doing these, and I would show you the other side, but it's got the name on it. So love your somebody's. Um, let's see if it got moved. It did because I think it just fell. Oh, it did. It fell. Hold on. Now this right here that I have, that this was the first one the no so amigurumi. It was the first one I ever made. Oh, I found another tail. Really? And to me, it's supposed to be a teddy bear. But to me, it kind of looks like a calico kitty because of the variegated yarn that I used. And it was fairly easy to follow because you do one panel and you do it all in one till you get up here, and then you tie off, and then you do the ears. Then you make another panel, same thing, and then you just single crochet it together. And I made the nose different than what she did, and I didn't have any of those eyes, so I just did some little cross stitching there. Whew. I adapted my bunnies from the book Edward somebody by Carrie Loud. Menagerie. I'm not even gonna not even gonna try it. My shirt has a boo boo on it. No, it doesn't. It's the easiest pattern I found. Of course, I changed it to make it look fine. Okay, yeah, of course. Hey, Lulu, Cindy, that's so cute. I love it. Thank you. But when I got done with it, I knew that using the variegated yarn would make it look different. But when I got done with it, I was like, you know what? It kind of looks like a calico kitty, so it could be my little calico kitty. I bet it smells bad too. No, it smells really good because it's clean. And thank y'all for saying it's cute. And if y'all don't know what Cindy's talking about, a boo boo on my shirt is because it says Auburn on it. She and I both live in Alabama, and she says them ugly words. Look, she wrote it right there. She uses them ugly words. That's adorable, Kay. Very cute. Thank you. And that was my first attempt at any kind of stuffy, whether it was sewn together or not. But it gave me the idea for the next ones I did. I haven't given these to my sister to give to her grandkids yet. But I was looking for a football, and none of them were, you know, a free pattern. I was looking for a free pattern, and none of them were in the raglan style that you wouldn't have to. I don't like decreasing too much because it leaves gaps. But you didn't with this. I made this my own self. It's my own pattern, I should say. But the decreases with this, I, you know, tried my hardest not to make them so gappy. But I wanted one that you didn't have to go in around. So I made this, and then I made the megaphones because my great nephew is a football player, so that's his number on there. And then this one I made for my niece. This is my sister's daughter, and I'm not showing the front of that because it has a school name on it. And then these, even though they're not for this color right here, they're for the little dogs. They're actually bulldogs, but they call them dogs. So I did that for my great nieces who are twins, and that's why I did the colors opposite like that. Kitty is cute. You should have made him those colors. Should have made him those colors I wear. That's cute. Love all you're showing. Thank you. Hey, Sid, how are you? But the only thing football related besides being in the round, I probably could have done that, but I get because of the way I hold my hook. When anytime I'm decreasing, I always catch the other side. So I didn't want to do that, and then I wanted more of the raglan style, so I did that. Sorry, I have to go and get a couple things done before I take off this morning. Love y'all. Have a fabulous day. Love you too, Granny D, and have a great day. But where'd my hook go? There it is. I didn't want to have to fight with my hook so I wouldn't catch the other side. And then I just wanted that, so I did that myself. I found a placemat, but the way she did that placemat, it was so weird. Like, you start out doing this, and then you do the line, and then you get here and you get here. And then when you get to this part, you actually split. So it's open right here, and then you start connecting again and go up like that. And then to do this, you actually tie the two pieces together for that. And I was like, that is just too much work for that. Doing good, Calvin. On the busy side, how are you? Same. I did not get any videos done this week. Um, I have not worked on my temperature blanket, so I really couldn't do a Whip Wednesday. I've been working on. I made this other one, and this one has the little girl's name on it, and it has the school name on the other side. And for privacy reasons, I'm not showing the school name. And then I made this volleyball, and she wanted the girl's name on it and her number, so I did that. And there's not a lot of volleyball patterns out there either. I had to make that one up. I'm still trying to wake up. Oh, I heard that. So that's what I've been working on. I'm working on a music note, and then that order will be complete. I didn't get a chance to work on it yesterday because I cut grass. I was hoping to have it done yesterday, but I did the grass yesterday morning while it was still cool because it's supposed to rain today, tomorrow, and I think on Saturday. And then after I got done with that, I took my niece's boyfriend to work. And when I got back, I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap. Those are awesome. Thank you. So I took a nap, and I took a way longer nap than I wanted to, but I felt better when I got up. So I finished. Need to cut this jungle too. Yeah, we're starting to get a jungle. I was saying earlier that we used to have somebody come bush hog that field over there, which only half of that big square over there belongs with this. And then they would cut the front part. We would get close to the house, and then they would cut in between this house and the neighbor's house. And then they were on the other side. So they would cut all that stuff. But he's 98 now. So he his health is not up there anymore. So we've been while we cut the grass, we get because it's thick. It grows really thick where he would cut. But we've just been cutting, cutting as we cut, we go further out each time we cut. Stayed up late, woke up early. Now those blood pressure medicines are making me groggy, sleepy. Yeah, I stayed up a little bit late too because I took that nap, but it was no later than normal. And then the cat, I'm gonna have to start trying to remember to put him out at night because he will not leave me alone in the mornings. I will say though, he has waited until after 5 to start messing with me instead of 2 o'clock in the morning. But yesterday it was 5:19 when he woke me up. My alarm goes off at 5:30, and then this morning he woke me up at 5:11. I was like, you just can't let my alarm go off. I mean, you're so close to it. My husband is clearing and cutting too. Yeah, it's got to be done. The other day, and this was in the front yard. Well, it was sort of the front. It was the front part, but it was more on the side. Um, Last week when I was cutting it, because my son's been cutting it, but now he started back to school. So um, instead of doing it during the weekdays, like it's wanted to, I would rather him do it on the weekends, and then he goes to my niece's house on the weekends now. So I just been doing it. But last week when I was cutting it, I cranked the lawnmower because I had went and sat down for a little bit because it gets hot outside no matter what time of the day it is. So I had sat down for a little bit and I walked over there and I crunked the lawnmower up. And as soon as I pushed it, it was about that big and probably about that long. So it started slithering the way, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So snakes will get in the grass. So feed me, meow woman. Exactly, exactly. That's what he was saying this morning. But I know if it can get in this thick grass up here, imagine what's all in that other thick grass up there. So that's why we've been trying to keep it cut down. But, after he stopped doing it, we thought somebody else would take over. So we never did. And then, yeah. But, anyways, we're trying to get it cut down too. And this is all being done with a push mower. If you didn't catch that, by me doing that, saying cranking the lawnmower. But there was one week, all it did was rain, so we couldn't cut it. So it went like 2 weeks without a cut. And that grass is thick too. And I said, it don't matter if it's raining or not. We need to do this once a week. Because my arm was so sore. I have bursitis in this shoulder. And me cranking that lawnmower every few minutes because it got bogged down, my shoulder is still recuperating from that. All I did was aggravate that bursitis. Which I read about bursitis too. It can be inflammation on a muscle pushing on the bursa to cause that to get inflamed. And I was like, no wonder my shoulder hurts because I did factory work for over 10 years. So I'm pretty sure that looking down at the table and other stuff, it, this muscle here is probably what has inflamed that right there. I bet it's painful. It is. There's some days where I have to take something for it, and then there's other days I can just ignore it. We couldn't mow for 2 weeks either because of the rain. We push mow as well. Good exercise. Yes, it is. It really is. But if you got bursitis, them cranks, ugh, cranks hurt. I was getting in the car because I did it. This is 2.5 acres. Of course, we don't cut all 2.5 acres because I just told you that it used to get bush hogged, but we cut the majority of 2.5 acres. And I was getting in the car, and my underneath my gluteus maximus, my leg was hurting, and sort of in my glute. And I said something about that to my niece, and she was like looking at me funny. I was like, I mowed the grass. She said, oh. She was like, why would your backside be hurting? I was like, because it's a muscle. I hope you all have a safe day today. You too. You too. I don't have too much to do today. Just gonna finish that music note. I got the majority of it done. The way I'm doing it, I need to sew, which I could probably sew those together while I'm talking to y'all. Sew these two pieces together so you can see. And that's another thing too. The tension of using a smaller hook makes a curl. On me, anyways. Take care. Yes. Hey, Jackie. I almost forgot your name. How are you? I love your channel, by the way, Jackie. I found you through Claudia at Crochet. I'm good, thanks. You're welcome. I've just been chit chatting yarn, working on my Stranger Summer make along. Do you have? I am in the process of writing it up. I haven't written it up yet. All things that I create that I can't find something for, I will put patterns out for. But this is just some, and the reason I'm having to sew these two pieces together is because I wanted to try and keep it as simple as possible on the not sewing. So I actually, this piece right here, minus that, this right here was made all in one piece, no cutting. And then once I got here, I cut and then I reattached right here. Then I made that piece. And then I stopped where I wanted it to. And then I created this piece all in one and I cut. And now I'm going to sew it to this part right here. But because I'm not good at amigurumi, I'll be glad to test it for you if you need. Okay, I will. I will let you test it. But I don't like sewing crochet together. So this is minimal sewing because it will be done raglan style. So you'll be single crocheting it together around the outside. Good morning. I was talking about your turbulent sky a while ago, Spring. I was telling them I finished mine. And Mrs. C is working on one. It was a very, very fun and easy pattern. I only got confused once. I'm late to the party. What are you making? I am my great nieces. Okay, I've got two great nieces and a great nephew that are playing football and being cheerleaders. Well, I posted those to Facebook and I had a friend ask me about a volleyball. I was like, okay, I can design a volleyball. And I said volleyball because that's what I say. So I did the volleyball. And then she asked me about a megaphone. So I did the megaphone for her. And then she says, what about a music note? And I'm like, ugh, I'll have to look for that. And there's no pattern. I mean, there's patterns for music notes, but I don't like the way they look. You know, I'm picky about how something looks. I want it to look right. So I am sewing this together real fast so I can show you what it looks like. But this is a music note. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed. Yes, ma'am. I did. It was very easy. And it's beautiful. My sister was like, oh my gosh. When I got it done, she's like, did you show him her boyfriend or her fiance? She's like, did you show him? I said, yes, I did. So she went to him, it's beautiful, ain't it? Let's see, did you stuff the volleyball or crochet over styrofoam? I actually stuffed it. What I started out because I didn't think that bigger stuff would be wanted. I was using all my crochet tails because I don't like to waste. So I've been saving my tails for the longest time. And I had said in one of my videos that because I have this little container and it was full, completely full. Like, I mean, I was shoving in there full. And anyways, I used all them up and I had to buy stuffing. So it's actually stuffed. Oh, that's great. Yes, yes, yes. So I got some polyfill and I stuffed it with that. And that right there is like $4.27 at Walmart. It's the smallest one. But it's a music note. This is actually the front music note. That's what I was just doing. But I need to, I'm not going to block it or anything because now I need to make the backside, which I'm making, which is what I started here. And the reason I'm not working on that is because I don't use stitch markers for the beginning and the end. I just count. Like, you know, you do 6 in the middle And then the next round is 12, so I count to 12, and then the next one 18. So I just count, and this is how big it's supposed to be. I just got to do the thing. Do you put scraps in there loose? I just put them in there loose because I don't have any stockings. You are a rebel. I am. I use my weaving scraps sometimes to stuff. You got the volleyball perfectly round. I know. Do you know how much I had my hand? Okay, I had it all sewn up except for this right here. This is where I was stuffing it, and I was like, I don't want it to look square because when I started this, the way I was sewing it together, it was looking like a cube. And I was like, well, I need to flip it anyways, I think, because it'll look more seamed. Well, I didn't want it to push out too many of the seams to make it square again. So I was, fluffing it. And then, so yeah, I think I got it round enough too. And I asked my sister a couple of times, does it need more? She's like, maybe a little more. And then I went to stuff it again, and I was like, oh, I think that's too much. So I spent a lot of time pushing and pulling and squeezing and moving around to get that to look the way it is. Looks great. Thank you. I was happy because when I sent her the picture of it, and I was so happy that she's like, oh my God, I love it. Because I stressed so much about that volleyball because I was like, oh, what if it doesn't look like a volleyball when I'm done? And then I saw these ones that, I mean, there's a pattern for a volleyball. It was flat. It was a circle. You get it as big as you want, and then you stitch black yarn on it. Sounds like a journey. Yeah, I didn't want to do that stitching to make the volleyball. So I looked, and then I found these little bitty ones, like this big, that you put on a keychain. Well, I think you did a great job. Thank you. I love me some Journey. Yes, me too. Me too. I was born in 85, but I still love the 80s music. But I was trying to, oh yeah, the keychain one. And then I saw one that was not as big as that, and I didn't like the way she made it. So I just made it that way. And the music notes I found, you just a youngin'. I don't feel it anymore. I used to agree to that when people would say I'm just a youngin'. I'd agree, yeah, I am, but I don't feel it anymore. So I don't agree with that. But the music notes I found, they were done in like a ball, and then you do the thing. It didn't look like a music note. That's why I didn't like it. Yes, love 80s music. Yes, me too. I mean, last night I said 25 plus. There you go. Postage and handling. Yes. Good morning, K and K. Yes, good morning. I subscribed, but I have yet to watch videos. I'm still trying to stuff and push and squeeze. Yeah. When you make them front and back, you can change the color of the inner ear. Yes, you can. I try and stay caught up on videos, but videos just outdo me. Just a shocked face with the laughing face. Yeah. Stuffing, pushing, squeezing. Kind of sounds a little bad, huh? That's funny. I'm not even done with one round of this yet. These sides are getting so long. I'm making the flag blanket that's in your picture. Working on the stars. Oh, okay, I see it. I was gonna say I don't see a flag, which I can't really see the avatars or pictures, whatever you want to call them, because they're so little. The stars were the worst part, she says. Good luck then, Cindy. Mm. I think I would cheat and do felt stars. I was thinking like the felt eyes in my head. Well, not the stars, but sewing them on. Yeah. Hello, she says. Don't think I know you. I'm gonna go check. This blanket had burned me out on blankets for a bit. I've got half of the stars made. I'm afraid the placing and sewing will be the worst. Yeah, that's what she said. She's, well, not the stars, but sewing them on. I had thought about making one, the American flag blanket, but at that time I had never done chevron, because every one I saw, it just intimidated me. So I never tried it. And then I tried it and I was like, this is way easy. Why did I think it was hard? But apparently I thought it was hard. So I never did it. Oh, I see it. Oh, let's do that again. And then you can look close. You can see my wonky line of stars. Did okay until the last few, and then said I'm done. Oh my goodness. I totally agree with that. I appreciate you. I'll do the same when I get a chance. Well, that's good. I don't have a large enough space cleared to lay it out. I may have to set up my flea market tables in the yard. Working outside's nice. I usually go sit outside for a little bit every morning in the back and crochet listening to all the animals. But I didn't do it this morning. I don't get a chance on Thursdays because I come live. But it's peaceful out there, especially when it's not so hot first thing in the morning like it has been being. And then I really didn't get a whole lot of chances last week because I did the grass, and then this week. I live in Alabama. I folded it so that the blue was on my lap. That helped. Okay. It's hot all day here in Louisiana. Yeah. It's nice here again this morning, sitting in my front window watching the birds. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how I missed you. Well, I remedied that by putting some yarn in your driveway because I'm old and cannot throw anymore. That's funny. Yeah, I live in Alabama, which here soon I will not be living in Alabama anymore. I will be living in Georgia. But I'm still gonna say War Eagle, just so y'all know. Here in actually a little over a week. So this weekend I will be packing, get everything go. Where are you moving to? Blairsville, Georgia. I hate moving. Well, this will be even further from me. I don't know. It might be closer. You never know. I don't know what we're like 2 hours apart right now. I think I looked it up. Maybe over 2 hours. Who knows? I might be able to stop by and see you before we go. Oh, let me do this first. So I can do what I need to do. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll be further away. I will. Let's see. No, well, only by an hour because we're like 3 hours and 37 minutes. It'll be just a little over an hour longer. I'll look it up. I go to Georgia more than I visit here. Well, right now, you and I are 3 hours and 37 minutes. And that one is 4 hours and 3 minutes. A friend of mine just moved from South Central to Alabama. Oh, okay. So I gotta go. It was nice chatting with y'all. Take care. You too, Jackie. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you like the color sweep of the yarn you put in the driveway. You're near Dothan. Dothan is an hour from me. It's like right at an hour. And that's with doing the speed limit and stuff like that. From my house, if I go that way to the end of this dirt road and then take a right and then take a left because they're like really close by, it's not very far, maybe a mile up the road and then take a left. I am on Alabama 87, but when I hit Florida within 10 minutes, I'm on Florida 81. Hey, Kiwi's Crochet Corner. Adrian, right? Oh, we're finally done. My friend moved to Bruton. I've been to Bruton. Bruton's probably about 45 to an hour away from me as well, the other way, instead of an hour to Dothan. Yes, ma'am, Mrs. C. Bruton is on the other side of Luverne, I believe. Yes, ma'am, it's Adrian. Okay, good. I like to call people by their names and then I pray that I get their name right. Because I grew up with that. My name is Kaylin. And there was people that I had to tell to say it Kaylin because they still wanted to call me Kayla. And then there's a lot of people that call me Caitlin. And I'll answer to Caitlin before I will Kayla because my name was actually supposed to be Kayla. Oh, I love your name. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Kiwi is the parrot, yes. But he likes to steal crochet hooks, which is where I got my channel name from. That's funny. That's funny. I had gotten notification from Snapchat that 3 years ago that I made a video of the cat that wakes me up only 10, 11 minutes before my alarm goes off some mornings, that he wouldn't let me crochet because he kept attacking the yarn. But the reason I put Kay's Crochet Haven is because I did not want to get anyone mispronouncing my name. Oh, word. We wouldn't even get started with mispronouncing names. I know, right? I know. But growing up, my nieces and nephews, which they still do to this day, they call me Aunt KK. And then my sister told me, the sister that's before me, I have three sisters that are older than me, but the sister right before me, she told me that since I was when I turned 18, she said, "You're an adult now. I think you should have an adult nickname. So I'm going to call you Kay." And I said, "Okay." So that's another place I got Kay from. I had a soccer coach that would always call me Cynthia. He was my favorite, so I let it slide. That's funny. My sister even had her name mispronounced, but and the person that was mispronouncing's defense, which he showed her, that on the student roster, it had cut her Y off. Her name is Toya, so it cut the Y off, and it looked like a V. So she kept being called Tova. So I pick on her every now and then. I'll say Tova. I, I don't know that language. Let's see. See if I can see it better on the phone. Yeah, I see hi and crochet with the thumbs up. Hi. I don't know what you said anywhere else. I always get called Kay by those who don't know me. My name is Kendra. Kendra Kennett. How would you say that? Kennett. I don't want to mispronounce it. I've always been called KK, even as an adult. I prefer it. Yeah. I believe it's Russian. Yeah, I think it is too. That's right. Oh, okay. I don't know Russian. I'm sorry. I was attempting to learn Russian at one time, and I'm no good at it. My name is, oh, okay. Svetlana. I'm Russian. Samara. Okay. Well, nice to meet you. Most people don't mispronounce my name, but I get that stupid yo Adrian all the time. Yeah. But yes, welcome in. I'm not good at any other language except for English. I do know some Spanish because I am half Mexican, but I don't speak enough Spanish. But I did try Russian. I tried French, tried German. Uh, it's all weird. But one day I might. Who knows? I've never seen Rocky movies, but I refuse to. I don't blame you on that, Adrian. I don't. I worked with an Andrea, and my sister, because we worked together at the same place, and she actually worked with the girl, like in the same station. And one day they were talking about the Rocky movies, and she had said that she was glad that she wasn't named Adrian. And then after that, my sister kept calling her Adrian. I think we all know a form of French. Yeah, yeah. but I tried to learn other words. Yeah. And then when I worked at the car plant, there was there were the mechanics or maintenance men, and they were trying to learn Korean because they were Korean. My Elmo says it's Scottish. I don't know Scottish either. But they were learning the bad words in Korean. Oh my God, that's funny. I've had a few people call me Andrea, but never understood why. I don't know either. I went to school with an Adrian, and he was a boy. And then there was well, it was Adriana, and she was a girl. I think that's what it was. And people would mix their names up. When he curses, he said he is speaking Scottish. Oh, okay. He's Italian. I have Scottish heritage. I have Scottish heritage as well. My great grandfather, well, he is my fourth great grandfather. I think his dad moved to the U.S. from Scotland, but they moved to not Tennessee, but North Carolina. They were from that area. I don't know why the rest of them settled down here, but they came down this way. I don't know the reasoning is what I mean. Not like I hate it down here or anything like that. Gotta run. Have a great day. You too, Cindy. Thank you for coming by. Oh, see, I'm learning English now at the same time watching videos in English and interesting and informative. Okay. Do you know the clan name? No, ma'am, I don't. I do not. I need to research that. Well, I'm glad that you are learning English. If I knew more Russian, I would try and help, but I don't understand any of that. Funny thing is, parents spelled my middle name differently. My on my differently on my social security card, and then they did on my birth. It caused oh, I can imagine it did. I can imagine it did. I remember in school, I went to school with a boy named Jeffrey, and his middle name was Alexander. He said he was like, I want to say he said that he learned how to spell his middle name when he was like 10 years old. English is the hardest to learn. I wish you all the best. Yes, 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 yes. That's what I've heard too. English is very hard. So, do you crochet, Samara? I love listening to people talk in other languages because I think it's cool. But as far as it actually coming out of my mouth is very strange feeling. And I was trying to explain it to somebody about learning a different language because I grew up here in Spanish because, like I said, I'm half Mexican. So Spanish sounds normal when I hear Spanish, but when I hear other languages, it's like, I don't know. This sounds different. I have the language learning app. It's a free one. You can pay for it, but I choose not to. But now the Spanish on there is easy for me to get because I know it. But when you're learning another language on that app, I guess it thinks that you know a little bit about it because it automatically takes you into learning how to spell the stuff, and I'm like, "I don't know how to spell this because I don't know it." It doesn't start out with letters or the alphabet, something like that. It just goes into words, like, you gotta guess what you think it is. And I think that's another reason why I stopped trying to learn it, the other languages that I was trying to learn. But it's not like I know anybody in these countries to practice with, so I would just be learning it for myself. Although I do plan to travel one day, so I haven't sold anything yet. We all like to knit. It's hard to sell. Oh, okay, so you knit. I'm not great at knitting. I've tried. Would like to learn Italian. Yes, I know a bit of German and Spanish. My dad was stationed on Fort Hood. It's such a mixture of languages and ethnicities that you pick up small or stuff as a kid. Yeah, I tried Latin and French in high school, German and Spanish in college. I remember very little. Yeah, and that's the way it is. If you don't, that saying, if you don't use it, you lose it, is very true. Because I used to be very good in math, and now when I look at it, it's like, what? I don't know this equation. So Samara knits, and she's trying to sell it. Do you have a website? Or are you planning a website? I have a friend who is stationed at Fort Hood, 66 through 68, I think. Oh, cool. I don't know where that's at. I know the name, but I don't know where it's at. Texas. Okay. That's where I was born. I was born in Texas. I was born in Houston. And way back when we moved here to Alabama, which I was 4 when we moved here, they didn't have things that Texas had. And I remember as a kid, my mom complaining that she can't find this and she can't find any of that because it's no good over here. Finally, I began to understand a little of what they say. I will continue to study. Well, that is good. That's good. I live in LaGrange, Texas now. I was born in Redding, California. Oh, cool. We used to go to Texas twice a year when I was a kid. We did it up until the age I was 15, I think. We used to go for the 4th of July and Christmas every year. I miss traveling. That's why I say I'm going to travel one day. So learning other languages might benefit me if I actually do. Leah from Leah's Crochet is in Alabama too. Do you watch her? I do watch her, but I did not know she was in Alabama. That's cool. I'm actually um about to be moving out of Alabama. So well, that's cool. Cindy from Cindy Hart's Crochet that was here earlier, she's from Alabama. First time I ever watched her, I thought she said Kinston because Kinston's right down the road. I was like, what? Then I realized she said Pinson with a P. Northern California is beautiful. I used to live near Modest, Modest, Modesto. Modesto. Okay. I've always wanted to visit California. I dream of living in Texas, saving up for a dream. Oh, that's awesome. Well, maybe one day you'll get to make it over here and live in Texas. Texas is hot though. Do remember that. My grandparents lived in Texas. That's why we would visit twice a year. And then they moved here with us. Very humid as well. Yes. Yes. We would always walk to the pool from my granny's house because it was only like maybe 2 blocks. We'd also walk to the park because it was like right around the pool, or at least Central Texas is very humid. Yeah, like I said, I miss traveling. Oh, we used to travel those 2 times, and that would be all the traveling we ever did. But we would always try and find something different to stop at every time, just to see, because kids. My stepfather worked out of Eureka. I wanted, I want to say I've been through Reading before. Oh, cool. That is cool. My granny lived in Baytown. It was a town down towards the bottom of Texas. Let's see. And for some reason, there's only 5 Ollie locations in the entire state. What the heck? It's the second largest state in the country. Right. The majority of my family is in Tennessee. Unfortunately, that family is getting smaller by the day, it seems. Yeah. I have a cousin that lives in Tennessee. She moved there probably, oh Lord, 10 years ago, maybe. She says she loves it there. So since we're moving to the top part of Georgia, I'm going to ask her because we'll be close to Tennessee. Ask her how far she lives away from there. See you again on the channel. I'm going to feed my daughter. Okay. Have a good day, Samara, and thank you for stopping by. I'm probably fixing to go to because in about 30 minutes I need to run an errand. Take care. Yes, take care. Yeah, but I haven't seen my cousin in a couple of years. She actually came down for her husband's cousin to graduate, which was in the same class as my niece, but she didn't come from my niece. Oh, lost another. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know that's hard. Any family member. Yeah, it's rough. It stinks because we were right at the same age. Oh, yeah, that's sad. I'm sorry. Yeah, thinking about being the same age, then you wonder. I know that's what always goes through my head. I don't know any of my cousins. They're all in California, Nevada area. I mean, we left there when I was 2. I've been in Texas ever since. Yeah, sometimes that happens too. See, when we left Texas, we left my mom's brother and his kids in Texas. But the reason we moved is because you just never know exactly, yes. The reason we moved is because my mom wanted to change her ways. That's what happens. Only have my two older sisters left. Yeah. But my mom needed to change her life. She had 5 kids and she just needed to stop. She was a heroin addict. So she just needed to stop that. So we moved here so that she would have a change, and she told herself that she was not going to go looking for it, and she didn't. So that's how we moved here, or why we moved here. But when we did move here, like I said, we left her brother, her mother and stepfather, and her brother's kids, along with my dad's brother and sister and their kids. And but we moved here, but we had all of my granny's kin folks here because my granny is actually from around this area. How brave of her. Yes, it was very awesome of her. Yeah, she finally realized that she had a family to take care of. So she checked herself into a rehab. And then after her rehab, we moved here. And this is where I grew up. So whenever you ask me where I'm from, I'll say, you know, Samson. But if you ask my sister where she's from, she's going to tell you Texas because she grew up there. Um she was 20 when we moved here. That's why my parents stayed in Texas after my dad got out of the military. They were afraid my mom would fall back into her old crowd and relapse. Yeah, yeah. But if they don't have the determination to quit whatever it is, they'll find it. It doesn't matter where they go, they'll find it if they really want it. But if they want to stay clean, they won't go looking for it. Exactly. Yep. But that's my story of how I became to live in Alabama. I remember telling, you know, when I started kindergarten and stuff like that, telling people that I was born in Texas. And they're like, and why do you live here in Alabama? I was like, because I have family here. That was always my excuse. Of course, that was what I was told. And then in the second grade, there was a new kid, and was it the second grade? It's either the first grade or the second grade. There was a new kid, and she was actually born in Texas too. And which let's see, second grade I was 8, so she had a little bit longer to live in Texas. So we would talk about like Jack in the Box, which there is not one down here. Did I hear you say Miss C? Yes, Miss C is doing a turbulent sky shawl. That's what she said earlier. I was thinking of making another one in the same colorway. Cause look, this is what I have left over of that one cake. What I have left over, all of that. It's a lot left over. See, that's true. I developed a serious problem with meth after my husband was murdered. Oh, but I've been sober now for 3 years. Good job. I had to cut out pretty much everyone in my life to do it. Yes, that is true. Yep, that's very true. Awesome. Oh, yay, you can do it. Yes, it was a fun shawl. Really, really cute. Which I had planned on doing it, but I was going to wait till I found the perfect yarn. And then I started, and I knew yours started with the what is it called? My brain is not working. Great job. Yes, very. I love hearing sobriety stories. We saved my aunt. She was a heroin addict, been clean for 10 plus years. That's awesome. Yeah, I like reading them too. Reading them, hearing about them. Because my brother, virus, that's it, the virus. I knew it started with the virus. And I had thought that this colorway would look good as the virus show. And then when I saw Nieces, which I had been watching all of them, and I was like, "Oh, so pretty." And then I saw Nieces, and I was like, "Okay, that's it. I'm doing it." So I just went ahead and because I was right where it was to start the next one for yours, and that's what I did. I started the next one for yours. Thank you guys so much. It can be tough. Crocheting really helped with keeping my mind busy as well. Yes. But the reason what I was getting into, the reason I like sobriety stories is because I have a brother. He's the only brother I have. He's 2 years younger than me, and he struggles with that on the constant. Um, because there are days where when we go over there, he is clear-headed and he's talking, communicating really, really good, and then the next time we go over there, we can't understand a word he's saying because he's mumbling, and that's my sign that he's either used very recently or, like, within a day, like that day or the day before. Yours turned out beautiful. Thank you. I'm on live still, just so you know. I know everybody on the post that I did in your group spring was talking about I love the colors, but it's the colorway itself. I didn't pick them colors. Like they laid out perfectly though, but I don't think I'm good at picking colors like that is what I was trying to say. Yes, I am spring. I'm not very far into it yet because these bunnies they keep jumping all over me and I lose count. I really need to concentrate when they nap. Not giving up. I hate to run, hun. Hate to run, but honey is home. Take care, stay positive, and be safe. You too, as well, Sid. Thank you for coming. Yeah, my mom said I would go through those phases where I'd be awake for so long that I was stuttering and babbling. But to me, I thought I was speaking perfectly normal. Yeah. Oh, love me some of those bunnies. And I try to make sense of what he's saying, but I can't. He mumbles and then he speaks in a really low voice. He speaks really low, and I'm like, I can't hear you. I have to say huh to him like a whole bunch because I can't hear him. Ooh, I am scheduling in October. Your name is on the list. Ooh. Oh my God, my husband does that when he gets mad and has to repeat himself as well. Well, I don't know. Some days my ears don't. I guess the selective hearing is worse. I don't know. What are you working on? A granny square blanket? Yes, I am. It is for the Stranger Summer Make Along by Heather the Crochet Witch. She hosted one last year and she's hosting one this year. We have a cousin who went to back to jail over drug. Yes, it is very sad. Okay, well, you know what? I'm fixing to go subscribe and share it for you on here. How about I was working on your granny blanket and you make this Christmas stocking? Yeah. Now, this is Samara's link right here. If y'all would like to check her out, she said that's her main channel and she's got some games on there. But Heather hosted one last year and she's hosting it again this year because she is in love with Stranger Things. All Stranger Things, you know, LOL. I have to admit that I'm a bit intimidated over the choice of yarn for you. Oh, oh. But it is this is my replica of the blanket that was on the back of Mike's couch in season 3. It's just a big granny square. And I looked at the picture and looked at the picture and counted rows, but that is what I got out of it. So in season 3 of Stranger Things, you see this on the back of the couch. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I show it every so often. Nope, not that one. Go find it on that one. I somewhat know where it's at because I have to look at it every so often. Let's see. You'll see it. That's what it's going to look like. And that's where it is on the back of the couch in Stranger Things. Well, that is what I'm working on. Oh my goodness, my daughter loves Stranger Things. Yes, me too. Last year, what I did for it, which I'm not done with the one I did last year, I actually wanted to do the same thing I did upside right, also upside down for the upside down. Did you tell that? Did I tell you that, Cynthia? Yes, I've been participating in it. I've actually got 2 tickets in the box so far, and I have 8 points to start on the next time. I'm finishing up whips for a month of September. On September 30th, I'm going to do a live giveaway where you have to guess how many projects I finished for the month. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, I'm excited about that. When I found out that that's what she was doing, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" See, I used to just listen to her her movie, the Cook to Hook lives that she do. I listen to those. I hardly ever talk in any lives for real. I will say hello tomorrow then. Awesome. And in her movie nights, I would just listen because I never watched the ones that she was doing. So when I found out this one, I'm like, okay, I'm participating in this because I can't not. But last year I had done the logo of Stranger Things and I had actually wanted to do Stranger Things upside down as well. And in a different color because the upside down is in a different color. Let me see if I have a picture right here on my phone. If I do, I will show it. If not, we will have to wait for me to dig it out from somewhere. And I also had made a replica of one of the blankets that's in Hopper's cabin that he takes Elle to live at. March. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Last year was 2021. So let me get to 2021. July, August, September. Do I have it here? I know I took pictures of it because I had to send it in. Oh no. There it is. See, that's what I did last year. Y'all can see my little player of me on it too. Yes, that does sound fun, doesn't it? But that's what I did. Do you have a color choice, yarn choice? Ooh, surprise me. I hope so. It'll only be my second live. Oh, I guess I missed your first live. I might have watched the replay and didn't comment that I watched the replay. But underneath it, I wanted to do it, Stranger Things upside down. And then the Hopper's cabin blanket, I actually didn't do that for the make along. I actually just did that to do it because I thought it was an awesome blanket. And Heather did one as well. Where's it at? I know I have that picture somewhere in here too. There it is. I finished that in, okay, July is when I did that for. That's the Hopper's cabin blanket. It's a really cool blanket. Thank you. I made the graph and all. I don't know if y'all can see that. I can see reflections. But by the time I got done with redoing the Stranger Things to make it look right, because it took me forever, I didn't want to do the bottom part, so I just did that. And what I had planned to do was just flip my phone upside down and then do it the other way. But the reason I didn't do that is because it was really close to the end of summer. Because the make along goes from the summer solstice to the fall solstice. You have more patience than I do. Oh yeah, it was the yarn kept getting tangled, and at one point I had 37 bobbins off hanging off of that blanket. Yeah, but I guess in my mind I was like, I have all this time. I can just take my time with it. Like I have this one, and it's getting really close. I can knit, and that turned out great. Well done. Thank you, Samara. Yeah, it took me a good while to do it. So it was a lot of fun. I love it. I hate making blankets. It always takes me so long to finish them, but do I did do a queen size virus stitch blanket. Oh, but that was pretty. I have two graph gam baby blankets I've been working on for a year or more. Hey Kim, how are you? Yeah, blankets do take a long time, especially if you're making a big blanket. But this one I'm just going off by what the picture shows. 37 bobbins. No way. Yeah, it was crazy. I did 37. Thanks. You're welcome. Good, and you? I'm good. I'm good. I guess it all comes down to my attitude. If you want to do it, you will. If you don't like it, it becomes a UFO. Exactly, a UFO. And sometimes it's not even the fact that you don't want to do it, it's the fact that you got it for somebody else and started it, and then now it becomes a don't want to work on it. Yes, but I love color work. Me too. Sometimes. I should say sometimes. I know a lot of people usually cut but I don't. I do what they call, I think they call it, they said intarsia. I heard somebody call that one time, where you just leave the yarn to come back to it. I think that's what that's called. I don't know. I could be wrong. So pretty outside today. I can almost get excited for fall. Yes. I cut grass yesterday because it's starting to cool off outside. I will visit your channel from time to time. Nice to meet you. Thank you. And it's nice to meet you too, Samara. But I did leave long tails. Anytime I finished with, you know, the letter, anytime I could carry, I did. But I didn't carry underneath yarn. But anytime I finished one of the letters or something like that, I would cut and leave a long tail so that I could sew it in because I didn't want it to come apart. Svetlana from Samara. Oh, okay. Your name is not Samara. It's Svetlana from Samara, which is in Russia. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll get it right. Svetlana. That's true. I did not want to finish the Fire Stitch blanket either, but it was a gift and he had been waiting for nearly 2 years. Oh my goodness. That's what's taking so long on this Christmas stocking, changing colors. Oh, see, I've not done a Christmas stocking yet. That would be cool to do though. Raining here with a tornado warning in the next county over. Oh no. Svetlana from Samara. Okay, Svetlana. I will remember that. I will make it a point to remember that. The flag blanket had so many tails on it. I said to cut the color every time you ended a row. Nope, picked up. Yeah, went to the next round. I wish Texas would get more rain. At the same time, I really hope it doesn't because my roof is still leaking. Oh no. Leaky roofs is not bad. We actually had to fix our ceiling from where we had a roof leak. But we had somebody come reshingle the roof. Ugh, I hate tornadoes. Me too. I think English will go faster. The main thing is not to stop. That is true. Very much. Don't stop. Keep working at it. That's when I make the blanket with fringe. See, I don't like fringe. I don't like fringe. I've never been a fringe person. That's why when people talk about working on mosaic, I'm like, I won't. It's pretty. I like it. I've done one, but I did it in the round because I did not want fringe, and I made it a hat. See, it started leaking over my yarn wall. Oh no, my kids and I have to bag up my yarn stash until we can get it fixed. Now there's like 50 trash bags stuffed with yarn powder around the house. Oh no. Blow up with fringe. Love it. Right? That is funny. I have a love hate relationship with but it's easier than we it is. I understand it is. But I just don't do fringe. Let's see. She says it's 10 degrees Celsius. It's raining there too. Now it got a lot colder. Ooh, 10 degrees is like, let's see. Let's see what 10 Celsius is to Fahrenheit. Because I don't know. Oh, wrong button. Oh, it's about 50 degrees. Yeah, that's cold for us. When it gets 50, I'm cold. It's like, oh, I love it, 50 degrees. I don't need a jacket. I do. Give me your jacket. That's why I like mosaic net or locking fillet crochet. Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, I've seen them do different things for the mosaic blankets, like twist the ends together and stuff like that. But even doing that, I wouldn't want to do it. The one and only mosaic I made was snowflakes, and I made it a hat. I don't care for fringe. I always feel like it makes the piece messy looking. But then I see those beautiful ponchos and whatnot with fringe, and I'm like, okay, why don't I turn? Yeah, why doesn't it turn out like that? Yeah, I agree. I made a Christmas tree skirt for one of my ex coworkers, and I didn't want to do fringe, but it wouldn't have looked right had I not done fringe. So I did the fringe, and I was like, well, maybe I just won't put so much because I don't like putting it on there. Well, when I didn't put as much, it didn't look right, so I had to go back and put more fringe on it. I can't get used to Fahrenheit yet. Everything in degrees. I know. I don't understand Celsius, so I understand you not getting used to Fahrenheit yet. I have not done mosaic crochet, but a good bit of Fair Isle, interlock, and mosaic. Oh, okay. I am just more adventurous in knitting. I think because I can drop down and fix without ripping out rows. Yeah. Spring, do you, Kim? You think, are you asking, does she know her? Kim, have you met Spring the fiber enthusiast? She changed it around. How was your Michael's ordeal, Kim? I saw you had posted a little video of it, which I haven't been trying to catch up on videos. Don't shoot me. So I haven't seen you post anything else, but you probably have. Yes, she is a spinner. Am somewhat spinner, but not to her level. It was so much fun. So many people. Yeah, I figured you'd have fun because it sounded fun. They had a Michaels open up, and she was showing people crochet and knit for this Michaels that opened up. So there. They both spin, and Spring said she wanted to do interviews with spinners. Oh, look, there you go. You can be on Spring's Live. Kim, you are welcome to come spin live with me if you want. Ooh. I want to spin, but I would have to spin cotton because I'm allergic to animals. All animals. I'm allergic to the outside too. It wore me out though. Oh, I can imagine. Introverts plus a lot of people, one tired cookie. Yeah, I can imagine that too. I saw a thing that says I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies. Yeah, that's the way my brain thinks sometimes. Oh yeah, and then I see people and I'm like, no, bye bye. To begin with, I will tell you about knitting in both Russian and English. Ooh, awesome! I need to. You can. Oh, I heard that. I don't know where to buy stuff to spin, and I don't know how to spin. I'd have to learn. I gave up on knitting. I know the knit stitch and the purl stitch, but I don't think my hands could cooperate to do anything else. So you can spin acrylic. That's cool. But I would have to do acrylic and cotton because I can't do animal fibers. I worked with this matchmaker, make me. Um, I worked with some acrylic wool blend, and I did not know that there was wool in it. The only thing that I noticed is that my face itched and my nose itched. And then I made a cowl. I tried it on, I pulled it over my head, and it looked good. And I pulled it off. And right after I pulled it off, my whole face, my neck, everything just started itching. And that's what the dogs do to me. If I hold the dogs too close to my face, that happens. And if the cat gets in my face, that's what happens. And I don't know what it is. And I've tried superwash, but it doesn't help. Sweet, shoot me an email. We need to do that. I have a plethora of fiber I need to use up. I even have fiber in process on the wheel and several job spindles. I found a lovely mosaic hoodie pattern. I might try. Ooh. So never done mosaic anything. Is it more difficult than crocheting anything else? No, it is not. If you can do back loop only single crochet and a drop down double crochet, that's all there is to mosaic. Svetlana is laughing at something. We like to laugh. Yeah, I've been on here almost 2 hours and I almost didn't stay on. I almost got off because there wasn't nobody in here. So if you go back to watch the replay to see what you missed, about 8 minutes in, I'm like, I'm going to give it a few more minutes. If nobody comes in, I'm leaving. Oh. But here in a few minutes, I do need to go because I have to run an errand. So I'll just say it like that. Let's see. It is the same, just another day. Just take one step at a time. Yes, that's true. See how fun it is here. I haven't had so much fun in a long time. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad. Yes, it is color play. That is all. By the way, friends, thumbs for K. Thumbs up, by the way. Yes, thumbs up. I think I got all the thumbs up I'm going to get. I'm not like Granny D. Granny D can get like 100 thumbs up. Every live, she gets 100 thumbs up, which I think is awesome. But yes, you use two colors. You pick out your main color and then another color. And then each Granny D's thumbs blow. Yes, or mind blowing, exactly. But you just alternate the colors on each row. That's what you get. That's how you get the color work on that. So yeah. I know she can get thumbs up real quick. And all she's got to say is, we're missing some thumbs, and then they're up. Not happening for me either. Maybe 100 now. Well, Svetlana, you need to come back. Yes, come back. I'm here every week at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And even when I move, I will try to keep it at 8 a.m. Central. It'll be 9 a.m. because I'll be in the other time zone, be an hour ahead. You hear the sarcasm? Yes. I have to go grade a stack of papers, finish the consignment, sample prep, and then go back to my in-laws to finish their laundry, then crafting. Oh, well, have a good day. I'm about to go to because I need to run errands and I need to find me something else to eat because I'm starting to get hungry again. I get thumbs down on some of Kiwi's videos and never understand it. Like, why would you give such a cute birdie a thumbs down? Exactly. Exactly. The spring says, ew. Yeah. If we could just sit around and crochet, we'd be happy, but we have other things that we have to do. Mrs. C says, I love you, spring. Hop, hop, hop. Exactly. Yeah, I don't get it either. I will shoot you a message later. spring, she says to spring. Everyone hugs and loves back. Yeah. It's fun to talk though and have someone to talk to and laugh with and things like that. And then there's, just the love of the same craft. See, I will come with pleasure when the time comes. I love knitting. Thanks for the answer, people. You are very welcome and thank you for coming. I don't understand the thumbs down. What's the point? I don't know because honestly, I remember someone before they stopped putting the number on there. Now it just says dislike. It also says that it's going to send to the creator, and then it'll say thanks for your feedback because I've accidentally hit. You know that before they stopped putting how many thumbs downs it was or thumbs down it was that somebody said that you can give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down no matter which one you did because it was all analytic that she got, you know. Thanks, Kaylin, for the delightful morning. You're welcome. And just so you know, it's Lin, not Linn. But I wish my name was spelled like that. I think I would get it correct more than if it was spelled like that. I think it helps customize your viewing preferences. Oh, well, that makes sense too. But the one girl said, you can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Yes, that's correct. Yes. Um, that it was all analytic for her. It means interaction. Interesting thought. Yeah. But then they stopped putting the number, and I think they stopped putting the number. Oh, Lynn is your middle name. Okay, Nicole's mine. Yep, I've heard that up or down makes no difference. I put a thumbs down on something on purpose one time because I bought my son this like model car and it came in a whole bunch of pieces with no directions. So I tried to figure this thing out. So I went on YouTube to look for it and there was a video with no sound. No one talking you through it, no one explaining anything, but they were putting the car together. It don't make a difference. Either way, your video is getting attention. Yeah. See, that's what I thought too. When she said that, I said, well, it does, it does. They're watching it. They've watched it to see that you're talking and they don't like it, so they thumbs down it. So, I mean, yeah. But I just don't understand why people would put a thumbs down on certain videos when, no thumbs down is required. But I did thumbs down that one video because there was no explaining. I did watch them, and I had to watch it a million times to actually put this little model car together. And I told Aiden he would never get another one like that at all. Where are the videos on YouTube analytics, right? Makes a difference to the maker, though. Yeah, that is true. That is true. They don't understand the thumbs down. I know I've gotten thumbs down. I even saw the thumbs down back before they took the number off. And now that the number is off, you don't see them at all. You see how many likes you have, but not how many dislikes you have. But anyways, I've been on here for over 2 hours now, and I think I'm going to find me something real quick to eat because in about 10 minutes I'm going to have to leave because the run. Wait, what? I know how the videos on Etsy analytic work. Okay, I'm waiting a second. I'm not going. I know they have videos on how Etsy analytics work. Yeah, that is true. I've looked up Etsy stuff too because I didn't It was something I needed help with on Etsy, which I don't think it really helped me. It just confused me more. But I don't. My Etsy shop doesn't have anything in it at the moment. I'm waiting. Nice to spend the morning together. We have a criminal on the loose here. So, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I hope they catch him. Well, then I'll go. What? Oh, Spring, that's amazing. Thank you. That's like my third super chat ever. Thank you. I'll go eat some lunch before those darn bunnies wake up. Yes, you got to do that. Okay, there. Now you can go. Let's see. I have 100% soy candles on clearance right now in my Etsy shop. I am desperately trying to get rid of them. I have no place to store them at the moment. Okay, I will have to go check that out. Is it on your about tab? That's funny. Okay, now you can go. Yep, second day he's been missing. He broke into a home and attacked a woman just in the next day. Oh my goodness. It's difficult to translate. I understand a little. Yeah, I know. Translation is difficult. I'm sorry. The link is in the description of any of the videos. 40% off. Won't be making for a few months. Yes. I heard your reasoning the other day. Don't remember when, but I remember hearing on why you stopped making candles. Check out WVVA News. I have to look that up because that's crazy. It's been a while since anything crazy like that's happened. I haven't seen that. I do know that I heard about the Memphis, Tennessee teacher has had me. Oh, I can imagine. Can imagine. That's crazy. What the world is coming to, man. Okay, but I do need to go this time. Spring, don't stop me this time. And thanks again for the super chat. That stuff never happens here. Oh, I can imagine. I remember one time somebody went missing. I mean, not missing, they escaped. LOL. And they were from the northern part of Florida, and they had us on alert because, like I said, I'm only like 10 minutes away from Florida. But I do need to go. It was very fun having y'all. I'm glad y'all came. I will be back. But while we were chatting, I was able to. Oh, yes, I understand that. Just make sure all your doors and windows are locked. Have a wonderful day, Kay. I sure will, and y'all too. Thank y'all again for coming. I've had fun. I'm glad y'all came because, like I said, 10 minutes in, I was about to go, but then people started coming. But y'all have a good day. They would make a big difference. Big mistake coming. Oh, I know you've. I know you've already told me. We had that talk that one day. Have a great day. You too, KK. And it's glad to meet another KK. Or I'm glad to meet, I should say, another KK. And I need to go check your channel out. I'll try and get there. But I will see y'all in my next video. Hopefully, it will be Sunday, and I will let y'all know an update on the move and all that stuff. But thank y'all for coming, and y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.